part 2 of my thoughts on the importance of following your passion and the importance of living authentically, especially when it comes to art. So I was trying to shoot this a couple of times before, and a few things happened. My storage became full. It decided to stop filming several times, and I fixed that. And then a lot of different things were happening on around me in the environment, because I'm kind of in between errands, and I couldn't get to a quieter place. However, this is extraordinarily important, and I feel like it's worth stating. So I thought about how important it is to follow your truth, to listen to and know how to understand what your truth is. And it really just comes in the form of what you love, because something deep down in you, if it's calling to you to do something that you love, even if it involves risk and uncertainty, that's probably what's going to render you the most happiness and offer you the most balance in your life, I think. And specifically when it comes to mental health, and before I continue, by the way, I'm not a mental health professional. I'm not licensed. I'm not a diagnostic professional. I'm not a medical professional of any kind. I'm only speaking from the perspective of someone who has had experience with working on my mental health professionally and on a personal level, working through a lot of my own personal things that I'm not going to cover in this part 2. However, when it comes specifically to mental health, I think we take it much too lightly. I think we take it much too lightly. And even, I've noticed that some people will even joke about things like addictions and engaging in things that aren't good for us, or that are more encouraged in modern society, like partying and drinking, and it can lead to addictions because it's chasing a void, because we've been led to believe, in my opinion, we've been led to believe that we're in some sort of addiction has many factors, and each factor is different. The map of factors is different for each person. But when it comes to that, I think that one of the reasons, at least from what I've experienced, witnessed, is that when it comes to addiction or mental health crises, when we prevent ourselves from following our true passions and listening to our true voice, when we suppress it and let others tell us what we need to do, with the exception of the proper guidance, we always need teachers and counselors and just guiding figures that will help us understand our true voice. We need that. But when we let too much of that overtake our own voice, that tells us what we need, and it can lead to us continuing to follow things that aren't good for us. I know for a fact from my own experience, when I went through my own mental health crises, and I'm still working through it, but I've come a long way. I know that what really changed for me was listening to my passions, listening to my truth, starting to engage with the things that I love, even if they involved more risk and being, it being a little more scary. And then I would start to do it because I loved it, not because it's some kind of chore that will help fix me. I just noticed that a huge shift happened for me when I started to follow and engage with my passions, because it was filling the void for me. It was giving me answers I needed, and then I could unpack that and take it to a professional if I needed to, or even just expand my own awareness about myself. And it's so important. Art therapy is art therapy for a reason. You know, we have in the community, you see that art is used as a healing method. It's because it speaks the truth. It speaks the truth, especially for you, and it gives you the answers you need. It's why it's so important. It can help as part of the process of healing addictions, healing trauma. It can help you form an identity beyond what happened to you, and put the power back to you, and help you speak your truth, and help you be authentic and unafraid to show who you really are, which is so imperative, because when you do that and you feel like you can be who you really are and speak as you are, that's when, you know, it helps to break away. It helps you to break away from the things that once held power over you, that were sucking the life out of you. And for me, it's a huge component of my process of recovering and building an identity that evolved beyond what happened to me. It's so important. And I don't think that we can complete our healing process beyond painful life experiences, traumatic life experiences, without it. And, you know, it doesn't have to be the arts. It's just whatever you follow that feels right to you. I mean, I have an interest in the sciences. For some people, you know, I'm in an interesting gray zone. I love the arts, and I love the mystical and the unknown and the abstract. But there's also a part of me that has an interest in the sciences, because the sciences helps kind of, for me, it gives me this place where I feel grounded and the world makes sense. And you can continually discover and understand new things about the way the world works and the universe and the things that are unknown. It helps reveal the unknown to you. And so for me, just whatever it is that follows, that is speaking to you, listen to it, engage with it, have a conversation with it that goes beyond simple words. And it will help you with things that you didn't know you needed help with. It will give you the truth you need, that was always in here. So that's what I wanted to impart. And I would also encourage that, if available to you, please do seek out, if you're in a mental health crisis, please do seek out professional support. Don't try to, I think that it's important that you just take what you can to support yourself and link it all together. For me, I kind of think of it like a pie chart, and each component of the pie chart is important and holds merit, and it all interlocks together, dovetails together into something important that helps you. And together, those things add to the power of those tools together, just only add to the impact of how it helps you. So that's all I wanted to say. And again, thank you for all of your amazing support. And I am so grateful that we are all on a platform where we get to share these ideas and present perspectives, and I would encourage anybody who finds this to be interesting or has their own opinion, please feel free to comment if you like. And I hope this helps somebody. I just think art is so important. Following your truth is so important. Whatever it is that helps you point to the truth. Bless you. Have a lovely day.